Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make an upcycled apron. For this apron you'll need the legs of a pair of jeans plus another leg. I used 3 legs total, and the back pocket. You're going to need some bias tape or some extra materials, and of course your sewing notions, your sewing machine, thread, scissors, seam ripper, etc. Alright, what you're going to do is cut open both legs of your largest pairs of jeans along the flat felt seam. Cut off the cuffs of all of the legs of the jeans. Use a wedge-shaped pattern piece to create the 2 sides of your apron. You'll be cutting off the flat felt side seam side. That is going to be what you're using for the side panels, because the flat felt seam is going to be a design element in your finished apron. You can use one of the sides that you cut as the pattern for the other side so that they'll be exactly the same. Cut 2 straps from the remaining material from one of the legs of the pants. My straps were approximately 3 inches by 32 inches long. I just used my yardstick width and made the strap as long as the pant leg I was using. So the straps on my apron are really long. Feel free to make yours shorter. When I made these straps, I didn't feel like fighting with the jeans to turn them. The denim that I was using was pretty stiff and heavy. If you're using lighter weight material, just double the width and add seam allowance to both sides. What I did was fold each edge to the center and zigzag. Then I zigzagged the sides. After using it for a while, I realized I should have zigzagged the center too. The best bet would probably be just to use a lighter turnable material and top stitch the sides after you turn. Saves time and thread. Cut off the excess piece, that piece on the right, and even up the large piece for your middle panel. My apron is made up of 5 panels. 3 are from the main pair of jeans and 2 are from the smaller pair. What I did was cut the smaller jean leg into a wedge shape. The ankle was the narrowest end and it widened out toward the thigh. Skinny jeans are perfect for this. Once I had all my pieces, I laid them out and sewed them together, starting from the center panel and working out. Because I used the flat felt seams of the original jeans, I didn't worry about hemming the side edges. I just evened up the bottom, zigzagged it, turned it up, and used bias binding on the top edge and sewed the straps on either side. This was really a quick and easy upcycle. So let's do it. Lay out the pieces for sewing. Then you're going to sew the center side pieces to the middle panel. I straight stitched and then I zigzagged, then I top stitched it. You can do as much or as little finishing as you'd like. Here's how it will look when everything is sewn together. Now it's time to even up that hem. You're going to mark and cut your hem to the shortest point. I guess if you wanted to, you could start out with having everything even, but you're going to have to make it circular anyway, so I saved it until now. So my shortest point is about 25 inches, so I marked across the bottom of the apron to that point, and then I went back and cut on my line. In order to be able to hem the bottom of your skirt, because you have that flat felt seam on the side, if you decide to use that, you're going to need to pick back about 1 inch of the flat felt seam on each side to make it easier for you to turn the hem. Alright, now that I have a space to turn it up, I zigzag the bottom of the hem because I'm going to be just turning it once. Then I turn it up and I zigzagged it in place. There are many ways that you could finish off the top edge of your apron. You could use a facing, bias tape, or you could incorporate the strap ties into the waistband facing. I used a bias cut 1-inch wide piece of fabric that was a bit longer than my waistband. I zigzagged one edge, attached it to the unfinished top of my apron, and turned it and zigzagged it into place. I then trimmed off the excess material on either end. After that, I attached the straps to either side, first stitching them to the edge, then turning them back on themselves and stitching them into place. So I zigzagged one side of my bias cut strip, and you can do the same if that's what you choose. Then I attached the unfinished edge to the top of my apron, right sides facing each other. Finally, I turned the bias strip to the back over the raw edge and You guessed it, I zigzagged it in the place and then I trimmed away the excess. Place one strap across your apron with a new raw edge matching the sides. Straight stitch down and reinforce top and bottom. Fold the strap back on itself and top stitch it into position. So basically I'm folding it into the place that it will be and top stitching it down. Position your pocket or pockets if you want to where you want them and then pin them down. Sew down your pockets using the original stitching line as a guide. When you get to the corners, you need to stop with your needle down in the fabric, raise your presser foot, pivot your work, lower your presser foot, and continue to the next point. And you're going to repeat this for all of the corners and when you need to turn back around. When you get to the other side, sew around on that second line of stitching for added security. And there you have it, your finished upcycled apron. Well, that's it for this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check out the other channels on the Consciously Modest Network. And remember, subscribe to what fits you.